I used to believe that hardship brought people closer together. That adversity was a kind of truth serum for relationships, revealing what was solid and what was just surface. I don't think I believe that anymore. Not since what happened between me and Leah. I had been married to Leah for almost 9 years. We were high school sweethearts, who somehow managed to survive college and our 20s together. She was a department manager at a mid-sized retail company, always put together, always moving. Me? I was a carpenter, the quiet type who preferred sanding wood to making small talk. I tore my rotator cuff last fall trying to help a neighbor with a shed build gone sideways. The surgery that followed sidelined me for weeks. Then came the real fun, recovery. Months of rehab, a sling, and endless afternoons spent watching daytime television while doped up on painkillers. At first, Leah was a saint. She cooked, cleaned, brought me ice packs, and even helped me dress. But somewhere along the way, the warmth cooled. She started staying late at work more often. Said inventory season was killing her. I didn't question it. Why would I? She'd always been driven. One Thursday night, maybe 6 weeks post-op, I remember waking up to an empty bed. She'd gone to take a shower and never came back. I found her asleep on the couch in her robe, her phone clutched loosely in her hand. I gently tried to take it from her, only because I didn't want it to fall and break, but the screen lit up before I could pull back. There was a message from someone named T. That's all it said. Just a T. I opened it without thinking. Still thinking about earlier, you looked amazing beneath me. I wish I could say I froze. I wish I could say I was shocked. But what I actually felt was this weird hollow ache. Like something inside me had already been bracing for impact. I didn't confront her right then. I just stood there, the blue glow of the screen making her face look strangely unfamiliar. This woman I thought I knew better than anyone else. Who was she? The next few days were a blur of forced smiles and casual lies. I started noticing the patterns. Her phone never left her side. She laughed at texts she wouldn't share. She dressed up more for meetings, and her perfume lingered like guilt in our hallway. I had too much time on my hands, and even more time to think. One night, I asked her straight out, "Are you seeing someone?" She didn't answer right away. Just blinked like the question had caught her off guard. "Why would you even ask that?" she said too defensively. "Because you're not here. Even when you are." That's when she started crying. Not sobbing, those silent, tight-throated tears that made her shoulders tremble. "I didn't mean for it to happen," she whispered. "I was just so tired. And lonely. And Thomas, he noticed me." Thomas. Her manager. The guy she once described as harmless and awkward. She told me it started a few weeks after my surgery. One late night at work turned into drinks, drinks turned into confessions, and confessions turned into a hotel room. "It wasn't about you," she said, as if that made any of it better. "It was about me. I didn't know how much I missed feeling seen." I wanted to scream. I wanted to smash something, throw my sling at the wall, and demand she explain how betrayal becomes so casual. But all I could do was sit there, broken inside and out, and listen to the woman I loved describe how she handed her heart and body to someone else while I lay in bed stitching myself back together. The thing about betrayal is that it doesn't stab you all at once. It leaks in, quiet and slow. That night, after her confession, Leah fell asleep in the guest room. I lay awake in our bed, my arms still aching, but it wasn't the surgery that hurt most. It was knowing that while I was learning to button my shirt with one hand, she was unbuttoning hers for someone else. I didn't throw her out. Not yet. Maybe part of me needed to understand the full shape of it. I asked questions, ones I wasn't sure I wanted the answers to. When? How many times? Where? Her answers were hesitant, wrapped in shame, but they came. It had been going on for nearly 2 months. Offices, a hotel once, even our car. The SUV I had detailed for her birthday last spring. I felt like a ghost haunting my own life. I started therapy a week later, secretly. At first, I wasn't even sure what I wanted from it. Revenge, clarity, strength? All I knew was I needed something to hold on to before the anger swallowed me whole. The therapist told me not to make any decisions while I was raw. "You're grieving," she said. "That's not the time to rewrite your entire life." But grief has its own timeline. One morning, I found myself outside Leah's work. I don't even remember deciding to go. I just drove there, parked, and waited. Around 5:45, the building's back door opened, and there they were. Leah and Thomas. They weren't holding hands, but the space between them was too close, too intimate for just coworkers. She didn't see me. He did. And he had the gall to smirk. That smirk did something to me. It burned away the numbness. I didn't shout or confront them. I simply drove home, packed 2 bags, one for her, one for me, and waited. When she came through the door that night, she looked exhausted. I was sitting at the kitchen table with her bag beside me. "What's this?" she asked, her voice small. "I need you to leave, Leah." Her eyes flickered to the bag. "You're kicking me out?" "No," I said quietly. "You already left. This is just the part where you stopped pretending you didn't." She tried to cry again, tried to reach for me. But I pulled back, not out of cruelty, but self-preservation. "You made a choice," I said. "More than once. You had time to stop, and you didn't. Now it's my turn to choose." She begged for another chance. Said it had just been a mistake. That she still loved me. "Then why did he get your honesty and your vulnerability, and I got silence?" She didn't have an answer. I told her I was filing for separation. I didn't yell, didn't call her names. I just stood. For the first time since surgery, I stood tall without the sling, without the painkillers, without needing her. She moved in with her sister. I stayed in the house, started physical therapy again, with a focus I didn't know I had. Each week, I got stronger, physically, emotionally. I stopped asking why. I stopped watching old videos of us. I deleted the anniversary slideshow I had once spent hours making. 2 months later, she sent me an email. Said Thomas had dumped her after she told him she'd been kicked out. That he wasn't ready for commitment. She asked if we could talk. That maybe there was still something worth saving. I didn't reply. Because here's what no one tells you. Healing doesn't always come with closure. Sometimes it comes in silence. In waking up and realizing you didn't think about them for hours. In making dinner for one and actually enjoying the quiet. In knowing you didn't deserve the betrayal, and that you don't need their regret to validate your worth. Leah was a chapter, not the story. And me? I'm still writing mine.